How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Brian, and today it is time for the weekend's predictions for the CRL League. If you tuned in last week, guys, you would know that I went up to head with St. Bellican and clash with Kevo. So let's see who got the most correct. First up with Kevo's team, we had OP Sam, Jupiter King, the God RF, and Ruben. With all these players taking part, that means Kevin had a total crown set of 7. Next up, we had St. Bellican, who had a bit of a better week. He also had the God RF and OP Sam, as well as his teammate Michifu and the boy from the UK in Boofmac. All these players had a total crown set of 11, which is a great game week for St. Bellican. And on my team, we had Martin, the God RF, Boofmac, and I even picked St. Bellican for my own team as well, who dropped a donut. Don't know if he done that on purpose just so I didn't get crowns to beat him, but we ended up tying in the end.
I know he didn't do it on purpose, but, you know, it's content and a joke.
I had a total point score of 11, which means that myself and St. Bellican tied on 11 crowns for our teams. So it even shows that some content creators do know what they're talking about when picking these teams. So please make sure to drop a sub down below if you guys want to be up to date with all the gems and all the coins coming your way through Fantasy Royale. So let's move into this weekend's predictions for week 7. So first up for the game weeks, we have Team Queso versus Tribe Gaming. Now I do think this is going to be a nice and easy Tribe Gaming win, as we have seen Ruben lose to someone other than Javi14. He does look a little bit wounded because he got battered quite side to side there. There has been gaps opening up in his playstyle. I do think he's an incredible player, do not take that away. But Tribe Gaming have the momentum going forward, and you've got to back the creator, boys. So let's go Tribe Gaming. Next up, we have Chivas Esports versus Pain Gaming. I think this is going to be quite a simple, nice and easy win for Pain Gaming. They've got the momentum behind them. They've really had a bad start, but they've not even looked back at that since they've been getting points. They've been climbing that ladder, and they look to be sitting comfortably in a playoff position if they keep this up. I think this is going to be nice and easy for Pain Gaming. So last on Saturday's games, we have Dignitas versus Space Station Gaming. I think this is going to be quite nice and easy for Space Station. They've got the momentum, they want them playoff positions. Dignitas is looking a bit slumpish recently. They're not getting the points that they did at the start. There's something quite going on there where they just don't have that power to go forward. They don't want to be able to just get that win that they deserve. But Space Station Gaming just look like an absolute wrecking ball. Apart from that game against SK, they have looked indestructible. I think this is going to be nice and easy for Space Station unless Dignitas pulls something magical out the bag. Now, moving over to Sunday's matches, we have Team Liquid versus Misfits. This game really doesn't matter anymore. Both teams have been awful this season. Going from the current world champions to this is a bit embarrassing for Team Liquid. There's not much going for them. They're not showing up. They've had a couple of highlights, but other than that, this is just brutal for them. How can you go from being the current world champions to having such an awful season? You can call it second season syndrome, and there was a bit of pressure on them, but even with pressure, this is bad. This is very bad for them. They've always been in and amongst it with the best teams, but this is embarrassing for them. I do feel for some of the players because they've just not shown up, and the fans of Team Liquid must be feeling devastated. I'm just going to pick out the random that Misfits are going to win, only because Team Liquid have been so shambolic this season. I actually think that they might just pull something out the bag because they've got nothing else to lose. There's no pressure on them, either team to be fair, but I think this is going to be a Misfits win. And moving into the final match on Sunday, we have the highlight game of the weekend in Royale Betis versus SK Gaming. SK Gaming, of course, sitting comfortable at the top of the leaderboard, but there's a couple of teams that are knocking at the door to try and catch up with them. There isn't over for them yet, but it does look like they're going to get there, whereas Royale Betis are desperate to get points so they can finish higher up in them playoff positions. This one is going to be tasty. This one's probably the hardest one to predict, but I do think just based on points alone that SK Gaming is probably going to take this one. Sorry, Bellican, I know you were on the channel last week, but I've got to be honest, I do think that SK Gaming is going to take this. Martin and OP Sam in that 2v2 set I think will be better, and I do reckon that they will go on to win this. Just sorry, I know you were nice to me coming to the channel, but I do think they are going to win. Don't take offense to that, but I do think this one's going to be a very, very tasty match, and if you do win, congratulations. I will be supporting you because I love to support the underdogs in this match. That leaves us with one more thing to do in today's video, guys, and that is tell you who I've got in my Fantasy Royale team. There is one substitution I've made, so the same 3 players are going to be the God RF, Martin and Boofmac. I will be subbing out Saint Bellican in case of someone you've not seen me put in a team before, but I think this might be a great shout based on his performance last weekend. I'm bringing in Vitor75. He got a clean sweep against Team Queso, taking down the likes of Ruben and IMJP, which is no easy feat. Probably the best performance we've seen by a single player taking out the heavy hitters. So I think he might have a good momentum going forward. And the fact they're playing Chivas Esports, which are not doing particularly well. So I think Vitor75 might be a sneaky shout to bring in. I think he might do well. So follow me on this one. That's going to be all for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you are new around here and want to stay up to date with all the Clash Royale content, please make sure to drop a sub down below. I bring you out these videos every single week, and I haven't missed one yet, which is a new record for me. So I hope you guys enjoy. If you do want to stay up to date with more tournaments that I host over on my Twitch, please make sure to drop a follow down below. All the links will be down there if you guys want to come along and win some money. We've been having so much fun over there recently. I've been giving out quite a bit of money, so make sure you guys come over if you want to get involved. There is going to be a huge announcement coming on the channel in the coming days. I hope you guys have a lot of fun over the weekend, and I will see you next week. Goodbye.